I was in seat 20C, so almost at the way back of the plane and on the aisle. Hi, my name is Beth McHugh. I was a passenger on Flight 1549. When we boarded the plane, it was late, there had been snow all morning, LaGuardia was pretty chaotic that day. When we were in the air for just 90 seconds, we heard a loud explosion, a boom kind of sound that actually sounded like a bomb. And most of us noticed, though, that the plane was still intact. And so we realized that it was still gliding through the air, but after a few seconds, what we realized was that there was no sound at all. We heard the captain come on to say, "This is your captain, brace for impact." I didn't go blank. My mind was kind of racing, actually, trying to figure out what are we going to do. All I could see was skyscrapers, and I thought we were going to crash into buildings in New York City. By that time, I seriously thought that we were all going to die. We hit the water still going 150 miles an hour, so the impact was huge. When we hit, I know that my head hit the seat in front of me. There was a groaning sound as it felt like the plane was actually trying to keep itself together. In my case, back in row 20, I could see this dark brown water just swirling in around. It actually was strong enough that my shoes came off my feet. That's actually the point at which I realized we're still alive, because the water was so frigid cold that it startled you when it hit your feet. The ferry boats had come from the sides of the river. Now, it did take a little bit of time to get everybody up onto the ferry boats, which was the first time most of us actually felt safe. The first time I spoke about it, probably the day after the plane crash, the effect on the people who were listening to the story, the reporters, even the photographers that I talked to the next day, the very next day, were in tears when I finished telling the story, and they were blown away by the impact of it. And I thought, this story has meaning for people. It's still amazing to this day. The story makes people feel good that this was one of those situations that could have been so tragic, and it wasn't. It was so uplifting and hopeful that it was a true miracle. Everybody survived this. The feeling that a miracle gives to people, that feeling of hope, of something better, of something that can happen, possibility. And for us, the possibility that we get to live the rest of our lives still. We didn't die that day, and we get to still live. If you've got a second chance, like we had, it's important to live it in a way that it is of value to the world.